So we're looking at KMAG. This is the daily chart. I think the last time I did a video on it, we actually looked at the 60-minute, but I've had some questions on it over the past couple days, and really the daily chart kind of just summarizes what I've talked about in the past. So this video is going to be pretty straightforward, not too long, because really there's only one thing that, well, I shouldn't say that, but there's just one key dynamic that has been happening, but we want to see continue to happen in order for this chart to kind of really remain as attractive as possible. So I'll just dig right in. What I'm referring to is this orange line here, which is a 200-day simple moving average. If you've watched past videos I've done, you know I've talked about this back from the time when it was a resistance till when it was broken above. At this point, it was a resistance, like I said, but when the price got above it, it turned into a support, and that's really, like I said, what everything is revolving around and hinging on right now. You can see once already this past week the price tried to break back through it, but it acted as a support just like you would want to see it, so that was a great sign. And since then hasn't even been retested. But what I'm getting at here is, assuming you're not a day trader, again, it depends on your strategy and perspective, but assuming you're not a day trader and you're in this for more of the overall chart, as long as this 200-day remains below the price, in other words, as long as it remains a support, the chart's going to remain bullish and in the bull's favor. It's also above the 200-day, or excuse me, the 50-day, but obviously we'd rather have the 200-day hold rather than have it fall through here and then have to go down and test that. And then finally, with kind of the pattern here, now some chartists would probably call me crazy and say, hey, you're breaking all the rules, and maybe I am, but what I'm just trying to point out is that we have, and what I'm talking about is this line right here. They would probably say, hey, you skipped over that high. But what I'm just trying to illustrate here is that there's currently a downtrend, and I don't mean to state the obvious, but you can see right here, basically, if we ignore this high, if we connect it to there, then it shows a good job right there. So to me, I'd rather connect it to three ones that make sense rather than that one way above there. And then if we use our imagination and picture this as a trend line down here, the orange line, you can see that right now the chart's basically in a bull pennant formation. And the reason it is a bull pennant as opposed to a bear pennant is because it is a bullish overall context. Well, how do we know it's a bullish overall context? If we look down here, we can see the increasing 50-day simple moving average, so that tells us what the overall context is. So sure it hasn't been too exciting, like it was over here, but in the grand scheme of things, currently in a bull pennant, currently still above its key level of support. So the bulls remain, in charge, and as long as this moving average here holds, that'll be the case. And hopefully with any sort of big volume move right here, it can break out of this bull pennant and then retest these highs over here. So that is where the chart currently stands. If there are any other questions on it, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook with your newsletter subscription. You'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together on our alert, so I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was KMAG. Thanks for listening.